Hello, everybody, and welcome to Japan. It's the B.LEAGUE, and it's Kawasaki Brave Thunders taking on SEAHORSES Mikawa. Well, Kawasaki Todoroki Arena is humming and important for this team to start getting some wins. They are down at the bottom in the Central. You can see right there with 13 wins and 26 defeats. So Kawasaki coming out to trade blows today against a formidable opponent. But you can look at their recent run of games and where they are, and there have been some good signs. Obviously, splitting a pair. Most recently, they fell twice to Breck, or rather, you see playing at Brex, and then also those other results. So this is a team that needs to get some wins. They need to shift it into a high gear and try to start climbing up the table. Mikawa, meanwhile, looking at their recent run. So SEAHORSES Mikawa having a much better season, 27-12. And they come out with Zach August, Motozawa, Nagano, Lehman, Kubota, Suda, Nishida, the Japan International, Sumino, Nishida, Ishii, Avi Schaefer, another Japan International, Devontae Gardner, 9th overall in scoring in the competition. So this central battle, key Kawasaki Brave Thunder. You see Coach Richmond really excited about his team's prospects, looking like playoffs definitely within reach for this team. Of course, they've still got to win a lot of games to ensure that is where they will end up, whether it's the wild card or whether it's getting into the direct places into the top two. So the SEAHORSES is going to be introduced here to the crowd. And again, Kawasaki coming off after that split with Hiroshima know that they need to have a good start against this Mikawa team that's going to start Zach August, Kubota, Suda, Nishida, and Gardner. Now, August really has distinguished himself as a player that can get out and run and block some shots. And you know that with Devontae Gardner, what you get, he is a very talented, big, skilled man. He might not be the fastest, but he knows how to use his body in and around the paint. And as we look at the difference in numbers, What's interesting is the three-point shooting percentage is pretty comparable. 32.5% for SEAHORSES Mikawa, 32.8% for Kawasaki Brave Thunder. But you can look at all the stats that you want to. Ultimately, you got to get out and play the game. A lot of that stuff goes out the window once these players step onto the hardwood. And with Nano Ginsburg at the helm of Kawasaki Brave Thunder, feels like they are in good hands. But again, there's so much competition, and this is a Kawasaki Brave Thunders team that's not used to being down at the bottom of the standings. So Kabari, Sasha Kalea Jones, Shinoyama, Yunesu, Nozaki, Ida, Kamata, Johnson, Roscoe Allen. There's Elise Johnson, Roscoe Allen, Hasegawa, Matthew Wright, the Filipino international, and Yamauchi. But overall, Kawasaki, when you consider where they were and where they are now, really, you go back to late December, and they lost a couple of games to the Seahorses, 88-79, 97-65. But since that point, they followed that up with the sweep of Ibaraki Robots. They split a couple with Sendai 89ers. They split a couple with Fighting Eagles in Nagoya, and then they swept Nagasaki. So it's a team that has kind of flipped the script a little bit. They fell to Yokohama, beat Corsairs, but then they swept Shiga Lake Stars. Utsunomiya Brex, one of the best teams in this competition, could go on to win it all. They beat them twice. No disgrace in that. But then to get the split with Hiroshima, and it does feel like this Kawasaki Braves Thunder team is playing better. Sasha Kalea Jones, a huge talent. Unesu. Ida coming out. And we'll see Roscoe Allen and certainly not last but not least, Yamauchi. So just to go through some of these numbers again with you as we see them coming out, Kawasaki defensively is bottom, second bottom worst defensive team, allowing 85 points per game. Mikawa 74.6. Offense for Kawasaki 77.1 points, and Mikawa 82.1. So Kawasaki's Roscoe Allen has kind of picked it up of late. 7th scoring player in the league at 16.9 points per game. You see the referees lining up for today's game. Elise Johnson 8th in rebounds at 8.9 per game. Sasha Kalea Jones, the best shot blocker so far, 2.2 blocks per game. They're the starting fives for both teams. And for Mikawa, Devontae Gardner 9th in scoring. Jake Lehman 7th in blocks. So we'll see if they can add to their tallies today. Now, Devontae Gardner has been at this a long time and has really been an asset for Coach Richmond. And there's Allen, who also has played for Hungary's national team. He played his college basketball at Stanford, but he was playing for Falco Sombote. Very good player. Kalea Jones, quite possibly the most appealing player out there with his length and skill set. But it's Zach August, former Notre Dame Fighting Irishman, gets the Wednesday opening tip as we're underway with Kawasaki Brave Thunder and Seahorses Mikawa. And they do not waste any time. Seahorses Mikawa coming right out. Nishida, as he is wont to do as he's done for Japan, drilling that first three, and now jumping right into the passing lane and taking it away. The telegraph passed August. He's going to go right at Roscoe Allen. So a very worrying start here for Nano Ginsburg's Kawasaki Brave Thunder. You can't come out and make a pass in mid-court and turn the ball over that cheaply. You're going to get players like Zach August that are going to just jump all over you with their anticipation and everything else. But fortunately for Kawasaki, he misses his first free throw. So Yamauchi needs to do a little bit better job not turning it over. So interesting that Roscoe Allen is the man that brings it across midcourt. We get to the corner. Yamauchi tries to make amends, misses. Going down low, probing, passing it back outside to Gardner. That was Kubota. Now August, and traveling on zero. Pass deflected. Yamauchi gets it back outside. And they're going to get another one from Yamauchi. This time, number 45 knocks it down. Well, he comes in averaging 4.6 points per game, playing about 15 minutes per game. So it's good for him to knock one down, get some confidence. Oh, the pass from Devontae Gardner just right into the hands of Yonesu. Here's Allen. August, the bounce pass, and a beautiful finish release from Suda. Another of those players who's worn that Japan national team shirts, had some big games for Japan, in fact, the last FIBA Asia Cup. Here's Sasha Kalea-Jones for the throwdown, and then he breaks out the gun show. And you can appreciate how this man is quite simply amazing at times. With his length, his athleticism. Now Gardner going to try to take advantage. He kind of leans in, fades, and it's Kawasaki with the rebound. Break it down. Ida back outside. Now Allen. Oh. And follows up the miss. And the foul called on August. Ball inbounded. Yamauchi, might he find some more space to get one up? A little give and go. And Kalea-Jones, right idea, but awfully difficult to pick up that pass when it's thrown at his feet. So the foul on Ida. Here's Suda again, foul shooting the three by Yamauchi. And you can maybe expect some mistakes from Yamauchi. He's still young, 22 years of age, but, you know, the worst of times. Oh, yeah, you just got to be, first of all, make him make one. And you can't hit him, and you can't take away his landing space. It's already a difficult enough shot. Just got to have control, and I'm sure that Nando Ginsburg, hey, listen, you tell everybody you got to get out and guard the three-point shooters, but there is an art to it, and you got to understand it's worse when you send them to the line, especially a player like Suda. Suda cashes in, makes all 3 free throws. Well, they'd like to go back inside, but they're going to take the jumper from the corner. And Kalea Jones with the foul. You don't like to give away those cheap ones. SEAHORSES Mikawa in hostile territory, taking it deep, and what a crazy sequence that was. It looked like Kubota, there's contact. Let's see this again. Oh my goodness. There is absolutely no way that is a foul on Kawasaki. Yonesu. I mean, full credit to Kubota for stepping on his opponent's foot and then falling over, because he has earned a trip to the free throw line. And they take a 10-5 lead. I'm sure that when Nando Ginsburg sees the replay of that, he's just going to have a mixture of laughter and frustration. Kubota makes both. But the good thing is those things tend to even out over the course of the game. So Elise Johnson comes into the game. Yamauchi passes it back outside. Yonesu to the corner, and Lee Johnson announces his arrival with the three-pointer. Three-point shot, not good this time, but the rebound. And Suda puts it up and in. Off to a great start. No, the answer not there. That was Iida. Some struggles here early on for Kawasaki. Suda gets it at the free throw line. And they dodged the bullet there, but Suda almost got it back. It's going to be Augustin and goes up for the dunk. And Kalea Jones doesn't even try to contest it. Timeout on the court for Kawasaki, who trails 16-8. And that was one where they could very easily have picked it up and gone the other way. Nando Ginsburg needs to change the chip, as they say, during the timeout.
Welcome to show. I can show
So coming out of the timeout, let's see how Kawasaki respond. Well, first, he's brought in some replacements. Got Matthew Wright in the game. Well, long jump shot not there for Yonisu. Lehman. And it goes to August, and he is blocked as he attacks. Fouled. Fouled by Kalia Jones, I think. Oh, no, it's going to be Matthew Wright first who fouled him. And really, I think at the other end, I personally think struggling a little bit. Shinoyama's checked into the game. Instead of putting up the jumpers, drive to the basket, trying to get to the foul line yourself. So Shinoyama, definitely an entertainer, player, great character in the game. He's good enough to take over a game. But right now, he's trying to get his teammates going. Elise Johnson. Well, they seem pretty confident putting up the jumpers. Johnson this time over to Kalia Jones for three. And that bounces off the top of the backboard and back into play. Kubota. Oh, and another fouled three-point shooter. Suda for the second time going to the free throw line to attempt three. So Matthew Wright. Matthew Wright understands. I mean, he's a three-point shooter himself. He was looking up at the overhead video. I mean, he's fortunate that Suda misses, but you simply cannot foul the three-point shooter. You can run past him, but a player like Suda also is going to be jumping forward, maybe kicking his legs out, so you got to be aware of that. Robbie Schaefer in the game, number 32. For Mikawa. Suda makes 2 out of the 3. He's got 10 points. Kalia Jones spins and goes up for the dunk. That's more like it. Feed it inside. Go to work. Score. Make them foul you. Do something different. Lehman thought about launching it. Passes it back outside. Nagano is in the game. Now August. And he is fouled once again. A chance for a three-point play. So the foul on Shinoyama. Well, it feels like Seahorses Mikawa getting 3 points every time they get down to the court, whether it's from deep or free throws, three-point plays. And that ball batted out of bounds. Hasegawa trying to get a layup. Matthew Wright drills a three. That's more like it. They need the Gilas man to come out and knock down some shots. That's usually a good sign for him if he makes the first one. Here's Lehman. Elise Johnson loses control of the basketball. He's fortunate he hasn't turned it over there. Hasegawa goes out. Yamauchi comes back into the game. Kaleo Jones back outside. Shinuyama left wide open. And that's a good shot because you're going in and then you're going out. And not only that, he is completely wide open. So he's able to catch it and shoot. Quick pass down low to Lehman. Well, this end of the floor is probably where you have more concern if you're Kawasaki. You're just giving up points every single trip down the floor. Yamauchi, beautiful bounce pass. Kaleo Jones goes up, and he is going to the line. And this is, again, working it for a better shot. And at bare minimum, you're going to go to the free throw line. Kaleo Jones misses the first, so that foul is on Ivy Schaefer. Second one is good from Kaleo Jones, so he's going to get his first breather. Roscoe Allen comes back into the game. Sumino, number 18 in the game. Now Gardner. They get a wide open look, and that is not good. Nagano thought he was going to knock it down. Elise Johnson, strong move into the paint. And Richmond's going to call a timeout after that exchange. Right here, you know he's going all the way. So he went right at Schaefer. And there was no stopping him. Kaleo Jones and Elise Johnson each with 5 points. The pace of scoring right now for Kawasaki. Matthew Wright, having come into the game, knocked down a 3. Yamauchi also has a 3, as does Shinuyama. Nagano passes to a wide open Sumino who knocks it down. Sumino averages about 5.5 points per game. It's a good feeling for a coach to call a timeout, then your team comes out and gets a 3. And Allen again drives to the line, and this time it is Nagano who's slow to get up. Nagano trying to take one for the team. He's feeling it right now. Roscoe Allen taking advantage. And I like the fact that the players were able to go over, just hear a couple of extra words from their coach, Nano Ginsberg, who you remember he coached the Czech Republic when they went on that great run, now called Czechia, made to the quarterfinals of the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2019. They've got so many great coaches and players in the B-League now. Final 20 seconds of this opening quarter. Seahorses Mikawa already with 30 points. Oh, the pass down low and the pump fake, and a lot left to be desired defensively there. Just completely fell asleep. Roscoe Allen gets it to Elise Johnson. That's good. Well, it's the terrific play by Elise Johnson that's keeping them in the game right now, because defensively they just are giving away too many open shots. Robbie Schaefer. And really, that's how you play good defense on the three-point shooter. Sometimes he's going to make it, but just get the hands up and don't foul him. Don't complicate it. At the end of one, it's Seahorses Mikawa winning 32-24 at Kawasaki Brave Thunder. Well, if the season ended today, Seahorses Mikawa would be in the playoffs as one of the wild cards at 27-12. They're just one game behind Alvark Tokyo, who occupies second place in the Central. And they would rather go in as one of those top two teams. Matthew Wright gets rid of it. Kawasaki get it to Wright, and Matthew Wright knocks down another three. But here's the question, how do they defend? Nagano, and they give away another layup. Terrific take by Nagano, but Kawasaki Brave Thunder is a little bit confused, and now Matthew Wright has it knocked out of his hands. Lehman gets it out to the corner. Devontae Gardner tempted. Oh, spin move. Some agility being shown by Devontae Gardner. Ida with the foul.
Number 17, Ida.
Matthew Wright, his second three-pointer. So not a shooting foul. But again, if they cut down on the fouls out on the perimeter and they lock things down, this is Gardner's second turnover of the game. Trying to get it to his teammate. I don't know if he thought he was cutting to the basket. That was a pass attempted for Ishii. Ishii's on Shinoyama. Matthew Wright, nice pass back to Allen. And Allen, I think, took the wrong decision. He's fortunate to get it back. Elise Johnson goes up. He gets blocked by Gardner, but there's Allen, who kind of rushed it. And what a play by Elise Johnson was not going to be denied. That was big time. Roscoe Allen's got to go up and finish those, though. Three-pointer. Oh, silky smooth. Sumino, the second three for him of the game. And the lead is 8. Here's Elise Johnson. And fortunate not to turn that one over. The hands up on defense. Well, it's interesting that Sumino just knocks down his second three, and his coach takes him out of the game. He's probably thinking, what have I got to do to stay in? But coach knows his rotation better than anybody. Here's Allen. And Elise Johnson again with the rebound and putback. Just take it over. He's got 12 points. And we talked about where he was in a rebounding standpoint in the B-League. He is top. Oh, what a take. So easy from Ishii. And Nana Ginsburg really needs to talk to his guys about their defense on the interior. Allen, meanwhile, that's more like it. Drives in, he's fouled, a chance for a three-point play. Seen a few times, in fact, where Kawasaki have put the ball on the deck, attacked, and going right past the defender. The big one, the big guys like Lehman, small forward, power forward. We saw it happen with Avi Schaefer as well. Not able to slow down Elise Johnson. And that was a big play. The three-point play cuts it back to a 5-point deficit. So Allen now is going to sit down. So he comes out after a big play. And Kalea Jones returns. But they have got to lock down. Just wonder if they might need to sit back in a zone a little bit, an active zone. Here is to cut away, to get away from some of those picks. Gardner goes in. What a soft touch. That was not an easy shot. Terrific play from Devontae Gardner. Kalea Jones spins. And good play from Gardner, knocking it away. Kalea Jones able to hit it over to Shinoyama, and the reach and the foul called on Seahorses Mikawa. Excellent second effort there by Kalea Jones. Kalea Jones maybe a little fortunate also not to be called for a foul going up, because he was certainly Gardner had position, but he wasn't backing him up. To the corner, Elise Johnson for three. That's good. This guy's an all-star. I mean, he has been solid. Every time they look to him, he delivers. Oh, almost a steal by Matthew Wright. Now the switch. And Ishii drives. Good rebound. Zach August puts up a tough shot. Elise Johnson has it. Oh, almost turns it over. Shinuyama shares it with Matthew Wright from the wing. Well, that was Matthew Wright basketball right there. Just didn't knock it down. Gardner for three. Oh, my. What can you do about that? He has got a soft touch. Shinuyama. Elise Johnson. Surely not. Unbelievable. How good is this man? Elise Johnson carrying his team right now with 18 points. And Devontae Gardner kind of hits Shinuyama, who goes tumbling down. Kawasaki outscoring Seahorses Mikawa 16-12. So they have gotten better defensively in this second quarter. Yudai Nishida checks back into the game. Kalea Jones, that was short, and he followed up the miss. I think it was in the hands of Elise Johnson. Bounce pass, August. Ooh, and they call the block. Iida picks up his third foul. He's going to have to come out of the game. Timeout on the court. Great block, great follow, and then Elise Johnson ultimately gets it to go down. Yeah, I think it's safe to say he's had a great start to the game. So Iida goes out, the 29-year-old, with the 3 fouls. Elise Johnson, meanwhile, comes in again, averaging 11.8 points, 8.9 rebounds, but he already at 18 today. He had 23 against Hiroshima in his last game. And 2 games before that against Utsunomiya Brex, he had 27, so he has had some big games, but then in one of the games against Utsunomiya, he only played 15 minutes and had 4 points. But that 27 that he had was his season high. He also had way back at the start of the season, their 4th game against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, 26 points. Coach Richmond sizing up things. Zach August at the stripe and makes the first. Just 1 of 2. Pass down low. Nice finish from Matthew Wright. And really anything that's connected to Elise Johnson right now is good. They got to get it up. They do. And a long rebound chased down to the corner. Kalea Jones. Skip pass to right. Elise Johnson, shot clock down to 10, puts it up. Here's Gardner taking it deep, and the foul on Kalea Jones. Well, they've left Iida in the game with the 3 fouls. Meanwhile, Roscoe Allen's coming back into the game. Okay, so Yoniso also back in the game, number 11. Garner just makes 1 of 2. And August almost getting the rebound, but when Elise Johnson's close by, he's going to be the one that gets them. Matthew Wright again pulls up on the fast break and misses the 3. August, oh nice cross Euro step. Gardner looking for a foul, no whistle, and now the turnover by Wright. And those are just gifts. Those are gifts by Wright, who now has 3 fouls. And really, you know, he has to leave the game. They need him in the game. He's playing well, but it's only because he's made a lackadaisical pass. Yudai Nishida makes the first. Nishida averaging 9.1 points per game and makes the second. Under 3 minutes in this first half. Yamauchi back in the game. Turns it over. And right now Kawasaki can't get out of their own way. They're turning it over. So you turn it over, you commit the foul, and you put Nishida right back on the free throw line. But it's sequences like this where you turn it over, and really, you just shouldn't be turning it over. But this is why Kawasaki have won 13 games. So Kawasaki passing it around, trying to play a little bit smarter. Pass to the corner, get it to the wing. Hasegawa, Roscoe Allen gets it to the corner, and Yamauchi, I'm not sure he gets it off in time, so that's another turnover.
Kawasaki 選手の交代です。Number 3、サッシャ・キュリア・ジョーンズ。サッシャ選手は広島戦ゲーム2、18得点、12リバウンド、3ブロックショットを記録しています。
So Johnson goes out. Kalea Jones back in. It's been a quiet game, relatively speaking, for Kalea Jones. And they give away another layup. And really, it's just that sequence here, the last minute, they have just not played well at all. Kawasaki. Sometimes it's just about playing smart. It is much better attacking down low, getting the foul, going to the line for the three-point play. Well, that was a big play because they were reeling, and with 1:45 remaining in this first half, it's imperative they get stops. And instead, they give up another layup and a three-point play. And that is now 3 fouls on Kalea Jones. Oh my gosh. If this is an unsportsmanlike, let's see if he's going for the ball. Oh man. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike. It has been a rough stretch for Kawasaki. There's absolutely no chance they are not going to call this an unsportsmanlike. So 2 free throws and possession. August misses the first. He'll get another one. Well, for Kawasaki Brave Thunder, I mean, the reality is they just haven't played smart basketball. They fouled the three-point shooter. A couple of times, they've turned it over needlessly. So he only got the 1 free throw because he had made the layup. And in the end, the escape is just giving up 2 points. So that could have been much worse. Well, the foul call, so this time free throws for Yonesu.
Mikawa number 19 Nishida 個人ファウル1つ目チームファウル4つ目です西田フォースコースのティーフォー
I think when Ginsburg goes back and looks at this game tape, he has to point out certain things. Your passes, they need to be crisp. You can't just make lackadaisical passes. We've seen a few of those in this game for Kawasaki. You know, you need to talk about how you guard the three-point line. You know, it's not just a matter of guarding it. You got to guard it intelligently. And you don't want to be committing unsportsmanlike fouls. So the turnover, they've got a chance, actually, to get themselves out of a little bit of trouble here. And a nice drive, a nice rejection. And it's Seahorses Mikawa to come up with it and then turn it over. Suda trying to get it to Lehman. Great block by Lehman. Nine-second differential. And it's like every trip down the court. I think what they've got to do, instead of making these passes, they need to go to the basket. Just fake the pass, dribble, because they're over-committing to the pass. Timeout on the court. So, lots of foul trouble. Kalea Jones, Iida, and Matthew Wright all have 3 fouls for Kawasaki. Kawasaki are going to have a game against Sunrockers Shibuya coming up this weekend, March 12th. And they've got one against San Neo Phoenix, March 19th. Then a couple against Osaka coming up after that on March 22nd and 23rd. Seahorses Mikawa, meanwhile, they will have Yokohama B Corsairs coming up on March 12th. Akita Northern Happiness on the 19th. And then Riku Golden Kings, a couple coming up against them on the 22nd and 23rd. So Lee Johnson, Allen for 3. That's good. That is a big shot. Now can they get a stop? You definitely don't want to foul here. Can you believe it? The third time in this game, Kawasaki have found the three-point shooter. And it doesn't matter how hard you play and how good you are. If you are making plays like this and you're not thinking, you're not going to win. Three times. So they won't be fully punished. He knows it. I mean, the reality is the three-point shot is tough enough. You don't need to help them. Wow. Get out of jail free card. The best he can do now is make one of the 3. Missed opportunity for Richmond. So he does make the one. And that is how we finish 55-50.
ご覧のように55対50でシーホース三河がリードしています。
Seahorses Mikawa on top of Kawasaki Brave Thunders. 55-50 at break.
優勝したサングラス女子のお二方にはチレチタ A の単勝権と試合観戦チケットが贈られます。ハーフタイム終了後から試合終了後30分以内総合案内所までお越しください。ダンサーサンダースファンスポンサーラーチットデンナでは今年もサンダースファミリーの皆様にお楽しみいただくためにさまざまな企画の開催を予定しております。最新情報はラチットデンナ公式サイトまたは公式 SNS を確認ください。以上ダンサーサンダースプレゼンテッドバイラチットデンナでした。サンキュー。さて続いては音楽番長関山さんの登場だ。 謝のご紹介です。 B リーグトップバトラーソフトバンク、 B リーグタイトルパートナーリソナグループ、 B リーグイノベーションパートナーインフロミアホールディングス、 B リーグパートナーズ日本郵便 G ショック日本生命、 B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズソニーミュージックエンターテインメント、モルテン朝日新聞日本経済新聞社、大塚製薬野村工芸社、イーバイジャパン、エニタイムフィットネス、アーシャルデザイン、ストライク、 TIS スポーツデポ、ロックアイス、 B リーグサプライヤーアダストリア、 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナーラインヤフー、 B リーグスポーツ振興パートナースポーツ空中ウィンガーズ。以上 B リーグパートナー各社のご紹介でした。
アメックスとファンクラブに同時入会すると選手と触れ合える特典が満載です。選手のハイタッチ、試合後練習見学、選手の写真撮影も OK です。アメリカンエクスプレスで川崎ブレイブサンダースを楽しもう。詳しくは検索。
どんな人になるのかな。きっと小さな一歩一歩が無限の可能性だ。解けない情熱、ロックアイス。こんにちは、ヒロドラです。走行中は360度録画。事故の時はお怪我はありませんか。すぐに話せる三井住友海上の話せるクレーム。安全運転でいってらっしゃい。
エアコンクリーニングはサニクリーン。いろんな場所にいろんなエアコン。サニクリーンにお任せ。お掃除のプロが素早く丁寧にきれいにします。エアコンクリーニングはサニクリーン。ホームセキュリティ何で選びましたか。
すぐ来てくれるこ
セコム業界最多の拠点数。
川崎ブレイブサンダース次のホームゲームのお知らせです。3月19日水曜日の3円戦はサンダースナイト。特別コンテンツ川崎ブレイブサンダース超解説。この日はネノバスケポイント解説動画がもらえるスペシャルデー。チームの映像分析を担当する水野ビデオコーディネーターがネノヘッドコーチの戦術を徹底解説。ネノバスケを深く知って試合をもっと楽しみましょう。さらにこの日はスペシャルゲスト指原莉乃さんプロデュースのアイドルグループニアリーコールジョイが来場。会場を盛り上げてくれます。続いて22日23日の土日ゲーム大阪戦は川崎市市政100周年記念試合として開催されます。22日はバイク川崎バイクさん、23日は川崎市出身の3代目 JSOULBROTHERS 今市隆二さんが来場。豪華ゲストと一緒に熱い応援をお願いします。さらに川崎と100日なんで小中学生100円チケットをご用意。親子で楽しめるこの機会をお見逃しなく。詳しくはクラブ公式ウェブサイトへ。
それでは正解を発表いたします。正解はこちら C 吹奏楽部でした。 C と送信していただいた皆様正解です。正解された方にはこの後 LINE 画面上に抽選ボタンが配信されます。当たりが出た方に選手
Well, Kawasaki taking on SEAHORSES Mikawa, and SEAHORSES Mikawa getting the better start. Kawasaki did get this Yamauchi three-pointer. And Sasha Kalea-Jones with 2 of his 8 points. But SEAHORSES Mikawa with Suda coming out hitting threes, also getting fouled while shooting three-pointers. Opened up a 13-point advantage. Kalea-Jones, again, 2 of his 8. This was Nagano getting it to August. And the Zack attack leads to a couple of points. Matthew Wright checked into the game, and the Gilas man stroking it from deep. Lehman driving right down the middle and dunking it. And then you had Sumino knocking one down. That was almost a turnover that went the other way. And they were fortunate that Elise Johnson was there to grab that offensive rebound and score with the putback. That's 2 of his 18 points. Devontae Gardner, just a very soft shot. He's got 6 points. Elise Johnson has made 4 or 5 from three-point range. Devontae Gardner again, tough. And then that was just way too easy for Kubota. Driving in. And the little curl finished by Zach August. Lehman fouled shooting the 3 right at the end of the first half. But fortunately for Kawasaki, he misses 2 out of the 3 free throws. So Kawasaki 8 of 15 inside the arc, 9 of 20 from deep, 7 of 8 at the line. And out rebounding Seahorses Mikawa. Where they've hurt themselves, the turnovers. There's only 6 turnovers, but they've been just unnecessary in the fact that they're fouling a lot. You can see 18 of 25 at the line for Seahorses Mikawa. So in a sense, Kawasaki has gotten away with some of those bad fouls. But any team that goes out, when you make 9 of 20 from deep, as Kawasaki have, you would think that you would be leading in this game. Number 24, Johnson with 18 points, 8 apiece for Allen and Kalea Jones, 11 points for August, 10 for Suda, and 7 for Lehman, leading the way for Seahorses Mikawa. And you can see that Kawasaki do have the foul trouble. Kalea Jones, Iida, and Wright each with 3 fouls. Nobody has more than 2 fouls for Seahorses Mikawa. Well, once again, this is a battle of the Central Division. There's Kawasaki 8th and in last place with 13 wins. That's their coach, Nano Ginsburg. Mikawa, 14 more wins, up in 3rd place at 27 and 12. And right now, if the season were over, they would be in the playoffs. So coming right out and missing with a 3, Seahorses Mikawa, but they get the offensive rebound. That was Nishida who missed. Here's August, catches it, and ends up going to the free throw line. So the foul on Yonesu. I think August probably didn't need quite so much footwork. He's done that one there. If he goes straight up, he probably scores. Even so, he goes to the line and makes the first. And makes the second. And remember, that comes after an offensive rebound. Ooh. I think Yonesu was a little bit worried. He might have fouled Kubota with an elbow. Yonesu knocks it down. The good form from three-point range continues, and the 22-year-old definitely has a promising future. And the pass just off the fingertips of Suda. Johnson quickly to Allen. And he is fouled. At least Johnson appealing for an unsportsmanlike. Well, they could go and review this. So they will review it. They might get it because he didn't really come close to the ball. But to be fair, he didn't really come down hard on him. But I think he knows he might be in trouble. They do indeed call it. So 2 free throws and possession. Ooh, and rattles in the first one. And the second. So Ryan Richmond's team now leading by just a couple of points. Hasegawa open. So it could have been a huge trip down the floor. It was not. Just a couple of points. Nishida turns, misses August. Terrific rebound. Good soft touch from Nishida. Nishida. With Nishida as well as Suda on the court, you have got a lot of perimeter that you got to guard out there. Those guys can knock them down. Oh boy, another telegraph pass by Yonesu. Good hustle down the floor from Elise Johnson. And, you know, this is just a gift. I've seen it too many times today. Those passes need to have a little bit more zip, maybe a bounce pass. Teammate needs to come to the ball. I mean, there's different things that work there. August stretches the lead. Kawasaki no longer have the veteran Nick Fazekas. He's retired. They got to figure these things out. At least Johnson steps behind the arc. That time looked like he maybe just glanced it off the rim. And another foul. No free throws this time. So Iida and Yonesu go out. Matthew Wright comes back in. 4 fouls on Iida. The 29-year-old. Shinoyama back in the game as well. Here's Suda, and the three-pointer is good. And that's why you do tend to see him get fouled shooting threes, because people know that he can shoot it. Timeout on the court. Again, catch, shoot, money, the lead balloons.
Mikawa, number 19, Ishida. Cooking foul, 2つ目。チームファウル。
So the foul on Seahorses, Mikawa.
Ishida, second touchdown.
Inbounds pass. Allen. Shinoyama. Early drive. Hasegawa feeds it down to Johnson. Shinoyama lets it fly and hits the three-pointer right at the shot clock. Oh, the pass went down low. Oh, and he misses a layup, Nishida. Oh, what a break for Kawasaki. Yamauchi coming back in, the next dead ball. Well, it doesn't matter because they drive right down the heart of the lane, and Kubota with another bucket. Matthew Wright gets to the baseline, gets it back inside. Shot clock down to 8. Roscoe Allen, good work trying to get the better shot, just didn't get it to fall. And again, a cheap foul for Johnson.
Number 24, Alize Johnson. 個人ファウル3つ目、チームファウル4つ目です。川崎選手の交代です。Number 3, Sasha Killian Jones. And number 45, Joel Liu Yamauchi.
Well, you've got a Israeli coach, Nanu Ginsburg, talking to Shinuyama, communicating what he needs. Here's Devontae Gardner. So many times we see him just go up and just such a soft shot. It looks as soft as ever. The double comes, and the jump ball, and Mikawa just taking control of this game. Pass, they keep possession. Open from the elbow, that's it. Matthew Wright. Okay, let's see if they can play defense. Here's Mikawa, August. Nishida to Gardner. Nishida, little pump fake. Boy, that was a great move. Get Kalea Jones off balance, and Nishida already over his average of 11, now at 11 points.
Kawasaki 選手の交代です。Number 24, Alize Johnson. 広島戦ゲーム2の MVP 獲得、アリゼ。
So Alize Johnson back in the game. Roscoe Allen goes out. Matthew Wright to Alize Johnson. Nice bounce pass. Johnson to Kalea Jones. And they turn it over. A foul. I think Kalea Jones needs to go up right there. Instead, he dribbles it, and he kind of dribbles into trouble. That extra dribble, there was just nothing to be gained from it unless you have a clear pass or if it's going to get you a better shot. Kubota drives in, another layup. How many layups have they had today? That one not quite as open as the ones in the first half, but still. Shinuyama for 3. Back to a 9-point game. I mean, the weird thing is, and the foul Shinuyama, the weird thing is they're shooting the ball exceptionally well from 3-point range. $12 of 25. I mean, it's, you know, it's a good percentage. Shinuyama picks up his 3rd foul. I think they have to keep him out there because he gives you more offensively. I'm not sure defensively, but just something about Kawasaki. It isn't quite in tune. So the foul puts Mikawa on the line. Well, he has been terrific in this second half. Kubota with 9 points. The average is 8.7. Also has a couple of assists, a couple of rebounds. Playing some good defense. And makes that one as well. Nagano comes into the game now. Maybe this is a chance where you can make your move if you're Kawasaki. Albie Schaefer also in the game. Clay Jones travels. Oh, backdoor cut. Lehman misses the layup. And Lee Johnson drives in, gets blocked by Lehman. In Lehman's terms, not in my house. And then Schaefer is fouled by Yamauchi. Look at this. Just a swipe of the basketball. Oh, Jake Lehman averaging 14.7 points, more than 6 rebounds a game. Now 30 years of age, from Massachusetts. And the offensive rebound, Schaefer with the pump fake. And boy, are they lucky, Kawasaki yet again, that they weren't fully punished on that trip down the floor. Elisa Johnson for 3. Lehman, how about that three-pointer from the wing? Well, he was stateside from 2019 to 2022 with Minnesota. Now the turnover. Oh, nice drive. And they are lowering the boom right now. Sumino with 8, and the lead is ballooned to 17.
Kawasaki 選手の交代です。Number 11, Lento Yumesu. And number 25, Roscoe Allen. Kawasaki, 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 Kawasaki.
Yonesu back in the game, makes the pass. Yamauchi to Kalea Jones, fakes the handoff, gets it back to Yamauchi. Nice pump fake, Yamauchi. And he will go to the line. Amazing what the pump fake does. And Seahorses Mikawa have been just, I think you can easily fake them out, get them to leave their feet on the pump fakes, but also punish them with their aggressive defense, anticipating passes. So Yamauchi misses the first, and some long looks on the faces of these Brave Thunder fans. Ooh. I did not expect that. 2 rough free throws. Well, they catch a break, Kawasaki.
Kawasaki ball.
Good answer for 3, and that was short as well, and they just lack confidence right now. Gardner for 3. That would have felt like a dagger if it had gone in. Yamauchi crosses midcourt, drives in for the, and misses the layup. Nothing is working for the Brave Thunders. Layman. And this is Seahorses Mikawa just kind of laying the wood, just basically just putting this thing away, and it's really more to do with Kawasaki than Seahorses Mikawa. Three-point shot, no good for Allen.
Mikawa ボール 0.7 秒の残り時間です。
Timeout on the court. .7 seconds left in this third quarter. It is all Seahorses Mikawa. So basically, they got to catch it and shoot it. They do, and Sumino misses. So 82-63, Seahorses Mikawa on top of Kawasaki Brave Thunders here at the end of 3. 82-63. Mikawa on top of Kawasaki. Lehman. Unesu down low to Allen.
シュートモーション級のファウルです。
2 free throws.
ファウルを三河ナンバー10、ジェイク・レイマン。個人ファウル3つ目、チームファウル1つ目です。レイマン、サードコースダウン、ゲインフォーム。
First one is good.
日本のフリースローがロストに与えられています。
And the second one, it's a bit of a line drive, but it went in. Schaefer catches, turns, and scores. Three-point shot from the wing, that's good. 84-68, back to 16 points. Ida with the three-pointer. And the whistle blows.
Kawasaki 選手の交代です。ナンバー7、流星篠山。三河ナンバー32、シェーファービーコーキ。バスケットカウントボーナスワンスローが与えられます。
Schaefer takes his time. So it takes it back to a 19-point advantage. Schaefer had the layup, the foul, the free throw. 8.5 minutes remaining and change. SEAHORSES Mikawa is still, I feel like you're getting them, they shouldn't be light years ahead of this Kawasaki team, but they are definitely playing better. August keeps it. Lehman from the wing. Nice give and go. Oh, and ball deflected, goes out of bounds. Stay at this end. Does it touch? Yeah, that touches one of those guys. Everybody's saying something. Well, they're going to challenge it.
Kawasaki ブレイブサンダースロネン・ギンズブルグヘッドコーチよりヘッドコーチチャレンジの申請がございました。先ほどのアウト・オブ・バウンズに関してのラストタッチがどちらのチームだったかということに関してのヘッドコーチチャレンジとなります。ヘッドコーチチャレンジは1試合を通じて両チームの
Let's see who it touches. The question is, did it touch Kalea Jones? Because that is the call. Is there enough to overturn it? Oh no, it could have touched. I think it touched right.
さて前節の MVP を獲得した川崎のナンバー24アリゼ・ジョンソン選手、広島戦ゲーム2においては23得点19リバウンド4アシ
So
スト
not enough to
スタッツを残しました。
not enough to overturn it.
B リーグの自身のリバウンドに関するキャリアハイということになります。アリゼ・ジョンソン選手はここ最近の活躍は目覚ましく、宇都宮戦のゲーム2、これバイビッグ前ですね。
Sumino's been good. He's in the game, number 18.
記録しています。
That's an intriguing player.
それから昨日の試合で言うと、マシューライツ選手、第4クォーター6本のスリーを射抜きました。24得点の活躍でした。
Sumino actually played some college basketball in America at Southern New Hampshire University. August keeps it and goes in for the layup. Two minutes into the fourth quarter. Tsuneyama back in the game. Oh! That's maybe almost an unsportsmanlike. Just because of the sheer physicality. Dangerous play. Tsuneyama seems to have come away okay. And how is Nagano?
激しい衝突もあります。両チームの7番、篠山、そして
What's this?
飛躍を見せています。
I'm sorry, but that's just way too physical. That needs to be reviewed. Well, nobody's even appealing for it. So anyway, 29-year-old Nagano heads over to the bench, right, for three, and he's fouled shooting a three.
Mikawa, number 10. Jake Labor, 個人ファウル4つ目。チームファウル3つ目です。スリーポイントモーションでのファウルでした。3本のフリースローです。
So Matthew Wright takes his time, makes the first. Well, 7:41 remaining, and especially even the way this game has been played, you know, coming back is not impossible. It certainly isn't likely. But if Wright can make all three of these free throws and get it back to an 18-point deficit, maybe get a couple of stops, a couple of buckets, who knows? You just never know. Oh, I would have put money on him making all three because of the way he made his first two. Lehman turns it over, so that's an empty possession, and that gives it back. Oh boy, that is brutal. Offensive foul. Kalea Jones.
Number 2、サッシャ・ヨエル・ジョーンズ、個人ファウル4つ目、チームファウル2つ目です。ミカワ選手の交代です。Number 27、石井康介が入ります。
I need to see it again. I didn't see it in live action. August. And that is a dagger with 7 minutes remaining. 20 for August. Kalea Jones has it knocked away from behind, but he gets it back. Shuniyama for 3, fouled, shooting it. And Sumino needs to be careful. Does not want to overcomplicate things. You're up 22 points. Just take the medicine. What you don't want to do is then get a technical or some other foul that leads to a huge trip down the floor. So he's faked out there. And, I mean, the chances are he didn't touch him. But he was swiping down on the ball. That's what the referee saw, so he calls it. So you just take it. You're up 22. No need to complain. Shuniyama makes the first. And all 3 free throws are good. So 92-73. Foul called, 6.5 minutes to go. 4 now on Matthew Wright. And I really think it was more a case of the mental mistakes in that first half that has really undermined Kawasaki today. You know, and I put turnovers in there because of the way these turnovers were made. Just kind of careless, lackadaisical passes. You know, fouling the three-point shooter. These are the types of things that you can't do. You put yourself into a bad position. 6.5, under 6.5 to go. Layman to August. Gets it back. He wants a foul. No call. And good pass down low to Kalea Jones. And a definite foul on number 27, Ishii. Look at this pass. Look at this push, I mean. Right here. Allen misses the first. He makes the second. Here's a drive, and Allen brings it the other way. Right for 3. Well, Matt, that might be it for Kalea Jones. Matthew Wright has had 3 chances on fast breaks today, pull-up threes, but they just haven't dropped. So that's it for Kalea Jones. Eight points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, a block. Turned it over 3 times, and Eliza Johnson comes back in. And Eliza Johnson, think about it. He had 18 points in the first half. He's got 18 points right now. And I'm not sure he was entirely locked in at the start of the second half, and I can only assume that's why he's not playing.
free throw, Mikawa. Number 19, Nishida Yutai.
Now 4 fouls on Shinuyama, so probably Kalea Jones will not be the last player to foul out of this game. Nishida goes to the line where he has made all 4 of his attempts today. He's got 11 points. Make it 12. Point deficit. So Kawasaki gonna drop, come up short of that 14th win. 3-point shot. Nishida misses. Allen. Well, 5 minutes remaining, winning time. And again, another pass that was telegraphed, turns it right over. And good job getting it right back. Nozaki. And Allen drives in and scores. So 18 points separate these two teams, 4:46 remaining. Not sure why Lehman falls over here. Watch this again. Oh, he got him in with the elbow. Oh. Allen definitely caught him. So 18 points in the first half by Johnson, nothing in the second. Allen has 15, Shinuyama 12, Wright 12, and Clay Jones has fouled out 8 points.
先ほどロスコアレン選手がシュートに行ったシーンについてシーホース三河のライアン・リッチマンヘッドコーチからヘッドコーチチャレンジの申請がありまして、その項目としてはそのロスコ選手のプレーについて
So they're not exactly sure what they're looking at here.
基準に該当するのかまたはディスコリファインドファウルに該当するような過度に激しいコンタクトや危険なコンタクトがあったか否かの確認、これについてのヘッドコーチチャレンジがございました。VTR リプレイ検証を行います。今しばらくお待ちください。
Oh, they're looking to see if this was an intentional elbow that sent Lehman down. Okay, well, he might be in trouble. He definitely catches him. Gets him with the left elbow. Watch this right at the end. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, there's no doubt that he catches him. He gets him with the elbow. Is it part of a basketball move? I think he might be in trouble. Okay, they rule no. So
先ほどの三河ダイヤ選手のヘッドコーチのヘッドコーチチャレンジについてはそういった行為はなかったという判定でありました。
so 94-76. Ball turned over. Mizaki. Allen trying to get it to right.
川崎ボール。
Remember, Kalea Jones is fouled out. Johnson to right. Makes a three. That's what they. I was gonna say that's what they. Oh, blocking. I was gonna say they need more threes like that, but at the end of the day, hitting threes hasn't really been a problem for Kawasaki. I mean, the more you make, the merrier, but still trailing by a substantial sum, 18 points. So if you make even 3 or 4 more, Nishida has definitely gone to work at the free throw line today. Perfect. It's 8 of 8. Three-point shot. So Ionesto missing that. And 3:50 remaining. And this game just kind of drawing to an end. Been pretty much decided since really the start of the quarter. Kawasaki just having a real struggle in this second half. Well, another three makes that scoreline look a little bit better from Nozaki. Back to 14. Nishida takes it in, fades, misses, and such a bad miss. August was able to come in and get the rebound and score with a putback. Another three from Kawasaki. Nozaki, 2 in a row for him. That's a 13-point game. But the problem, again, the opponent has scored 98 points. So what have you been doing at that end of the court? That's the problem. And turnover. Zaki not able to hold on to it this time. So Mikawa is going to get to 100. I don't think there's any doubt about that. 2:11 remaining. And they tried to get it with an alley-oop dunk. See if this is a foul. Absolutely no chance that's a foul, and yet August is acting like it's a foul. This is just ridiculous. And the referees will go back and look at that play, and then they're going to think, well, if August is complaining, it's probably not a foul because that clearly was not a foul. Matthew Wright gets a little space. He's foul. Oh no, he travels.
トラベリングバイオレーション。ボールを持ったまま3歩以上歩いてはいけません。
Final 155 to go as Seahorses Mikawa close in on their 28th win of the season. Albert Tokyo, meanwhile, losing at home to Utsunomiya Bricks. So who knows? Could be that those two teams will be level. There's a three-pointer. Well, back to a 10-point game. Kubari, some of the subs coming in, making this a little bit interesting right at the end of the game. It shouldn't be. But if they get a stop here and hit a three-pointer, who knows? Ishii, Lehman, and that. Three-pointer from Allen. Ball goes out of bounds.
Mikawa 1分を切っています。第4クォーターです。ファウルコンサキーナンバー2、コバリ。個人ファウル1つ目です。フリースロー、三河ナンバー16、西田東京、トゥーショー。
So that free throw is good. They've gotten there to the century mark, 102 points. And Lisa Johnson loses it. Well, he has definitely had two distinctly different halves. Lisa Johnson, best player on the court in the first half, and just completely anonymous in the second for whatever reason. Something that he needs to work on if he's going to be a great pro. 104 to 88 is, I'm assuming, how this thing is going to finish unless we get a bucket here right at the end. And Wright does make a three. So 13-point difference, and this will be it. So Richmond and Ginsburg have low fives, shake hands, whatever. Convincing win for Seahorses Mikawa, 104 to 91 over Kawasaki Brave Thunders.
川崎ブレイブサンダースプロダスシーホース三河はご覧のように104対91のスコアでシーホース三河が勝利を収めました。両チームの健闘に大きな拍手をお送りください。
You can see the quarter-by-quarter scoring. That third quarter, just a disaster for Kawasaki. They had a similar disaster in the first quarter, but they were able to make some shots to come back. But really, in many respects, their own worst enemy today, turning it over 15 times. It feels like they turned it over more, but also, fouling the three-point shooter, just kind of losing their rhythm on offense. You name it. It wasn't happening today for Kawasaki Brave Thunders.
また配信視聴応援をしていただいた皆様合わせて感謝申し上げます。
Next games, Kawasaki Brave Thunders against Sun Rockers Shibuya. Yokohama V Corsairs will be hosting Seahorses Mikawa. Those will be on next Wednesday.
川崎ブレイブサンダース選手がコートを一周いたします。
コーチ、解説の関作です、よろしくお願いいたします。まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
すごいですね、日本語上手で。
勉強しています。
はい、引き続き頑張って勉強してください。まずですね、第3クォーター、かなり明暗を分けた、クォーターだったかと思います。ハーフタイムで、どのように修正、選手に声をかけた
Yeah,
でしょうか。
defensively, I thought. Sorry. Just getting back to what we do defensively. We're a defensive team. Obviously, they made a lot of shots, but I thought in the third quarter, holding them to 13 points. I mean, it's a fast-paced team. They're great in transition, and I thought we did a good job in that third quarter defensively.
はい、ディフェンスのところでしっかりとやってることに立ち返ろうというふうに話しました。自分たちはディフェンスのチームです。もちろん川崎さんたくさんのシュート川崎さんにたくさんのシュートを決められてしまいました。ただ3クォーター13点に抑えたことは非常に良かったと思いますし、早い展開に持ち込んでトランジションに結びつけた、それは良かったと思います。
はい、それでですね、今日ちょっとポイント、面白いなと思ったポイントがあったので一つお伺いしたいんですけども、第2クォーターゾーンを、引いた場面がありました。ちょっとですね見てて、2-3 なのか 3-2 なのかちょっと形としてわからないゾーンだったんですけども、あれはどういった意図があったんでしょうか。
Yeah, just to give them different looks. Obviously, we're a changing defense team, but I think just third quarter, just getting back to our man-to-man defense and just doing what we do, being consistent, and thought it helped us in the third quarter.
はい、我々としては日頃からやっていることをやったということです。我々はチェンジングディフェンスを敷いているチームです。サードクォーターではマンツーマンに戻したんですけども、それも含め我々が今やっていることを引き続きやり続けるということを試みました。はい、
週末はないんですけど、また来週水曜日にゲームがあります。2位のですねチームが見えてきたと思うんですけども、次の節に、向けてですね抱負をお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。またここでお待ちしています。Let's go Thunder!
Yeah, I mean, every game's important. We know that. We talk about it. Every game matters. And, for us, 20 games left, 82 days starting tomorrow in the regular season. So we want to make the most of every opportunity moving forward.
はい、我々チーム内でも話してるんですけども、本当にすべての試合、一つ一つの試合が非常に大事です。残り約20試合を残し、レギュラーシーズンで換算すると残り約80日間、自分たちはこの残らされた日程の中で自分たちのできることを最大化してやっていきたいと思います。
ありがとうございます。
スケジュールです。次はアウェイ戦となります。
Well, you heard it from the coach. It's all about getting better. Every game means a lot to this team, and especially when you're chasing a spot in the postseason. Here's Zach August.
まず勝利をおめでとうございます。
Thank you very much. We had a great game today. We played really well. We played according to our scout, and it was a great team win.
はい、ありがとうございます。自分たちチームとしても非常にいいプレーができてましたし、非常によくいい試合になったと思います。スカウティングのところをしっかりとチームで徹底することができて、チームでの勝利だと思います。
はい、本日の試合はですね、ガードナー選手がプレータイムそんなに伸びてない中ですね、オーガスト選手がかなりのプレータイムを得てたと思うんですけども、そのあたりで今日注意したことがあったらですね、教えていただけますでしょうか。
本日はリソナブルー B リーグ2024-25 B1 リーグ戦川崎ブレイブサンダース
I feel great. You know, the one thing that's really great about this team is we're really conditioned. We work really hard. We make sure that we're conditioned to play games just like this. And now we'll have a day off to get some rest, and then we come back and play aggressive this week or next weekend or next Wednesday. Sorry.
はい、おっしゃってくださった通りで、我々のチームの非常にいいところは、コンディションをしっかりと保つことが、向上し保つことができるということです。なぜなら試合のような強度で練習を日々やっており、しっかりと今日のようなプレーをした後もしっかりと休みを活用して、また次の試合にアグレッシブに戦えるように準備していきたいと思います。
はい、今日ポイントとなったですね、各クォーターでスティールから速攻があったと思うんですけども、ディフェンスの部分でですね、常に意識していることがあったら教えてください。
皆様お忘れ物なしにお気をつけください。はい、あとは寒いので大丈夫ゆっくりお風呂に入って。
Shout out to the coaching staff. They really got us prepared mentally and physically. They keep us right, man. We got to give a big shout out to head coach Ryan. He's making sure that games like this are tough to come and get motivated for. But, you know, we had to come in here and make a statement because we want to make that championship. So I think it's a great win for us and, you know, a great chance for us to continue to build and grow.
はい、本当にコーチングスタッフすべての方々に本当に感謝したいと思います。そこの面に関しては本当にメンタル面も含めて、ライアンヘッドコーチを筆頭に自分たちに対して非常に素晴らしい準備をしてくれています。タフなゲームが近づいてきたとしても、モチベーションを上げるような会話をしてくれて、自分たちが非常にいいプレーにつなげるように日々、自分たちのことを準備してくれています。自分たちの積み重ねにも本当に助けています。
はい、最後に、映像、配信を見られてですね、ファンブースの方に一言お願いいたします。
Of course, it's always great to have our fans here. You know, they're here supporting us right now. So our fans are some of the best in Japan, if not the best. Thank you so much for all your support. Even on road games, home games, we fill out the arena, and we feel your energy, and we feel your love and passion. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
はい、いつもやはり現地まで駆けつけてくださるファンの方々、本当にお会いするのを本当に非常に嬉しく思いますし、サポートいつも本当にありがとうございます。間違いなく皆さんは私たちの日本一の、ファンの皆様です。それがアウェーの地であってもホームであっても皆様のエナジーを感じますし、また情熱も感じ、ホームコートのようなエナジーを送ってくれています。いつもサポート本当にありがとうございます。
インタビューありがとうございました。こちらさんもありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
Well, it was pretty much one-way traffic in the second half, and early on is, I think, what kind of laid the foundation for success. But, you know, as well as Mikawa played, really it was kind of a patchy start for the home team, and just never really felt convincing. You know, some good plays, some good dunks, some good passes, and at the end of the day, you know, they've got talent, and ultimately I think the players have to take accountability for, you know, how hard they play, how well they play, how smart they play, and that's one of the challenges at this level. You just can't get away, you know, whether you're missing layups or just making bad passes, turning it over. And it's not so much that they're not trying to play well, Kawasaki, it's just that you cannot afford to make mistakes like they made today and get away with them against a team like SEAHORSES Mikawa, who will punish you, and they definitely punished them. So you can see some three-pointers falling through the hoop for SEAHORSES Mikawa, 9 of 21, but just overall a more efficient display defensively in the second half, probably better. But Eliza Johnson, and I think I think what they're lacking really, I think they need a leader on the court. I don't feel that we have that in this Kawasaki Brave Thunders team. You need that one guy that's going to get everybody together, and maybe that was Fazekas in the past, and it's understandable, but anyway, they're at home, and they'll get it right in the end. And you just got to give credit to Seahorses of Mikawa. They're having a great season. There's August. Driving. Nishida was good today, finishing double digits. They ended up with 5 players scoring more than 10 points. And despite missing 2 of the 3, Lehman had a good game, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He blocked a couple of shots. And Suda really did kind of set the tone with his performance. It felt like 13 points, made both of his threes, got foul shooting threes, made his free throws, 5 of 6. And some of the other guys coming in as well. Kubato was really good in the second half. Gardner played 25 minutes, 7 assists to go with his 8 points, so he was locked in. He had a couple of turnovers, but at the end of the day, Eliza Johnson was amazing in the first half, but nowhere to be found in the second. So that's something that he could work on. Sumino played very well with 8 points. That's one of the assists for Gardner, who surprisingly did not lead his team in assists. It was Nagano who had 8. Gardner had 7, doing his best imitation of Nikola Jokic, the big fella, getting all those assists. So that shot was good by Iida. But again, you got to be able to stop your opponent, and they just didn't stop him enough today. August coming out. Good game for him. 22 points, 14 rebounds. That is a Herculean effort. Matthew Wright finished 6 of 11 from the floor, 4 of 7 from deep. Funny enough, his 3 misses were on fast breaks from deep. Zaki brought a little bit of a spark in the second half, in the fourth quarter, in fact. But that was just kind of further evidence where Johnson just wasn't with it in the fourth quarter when he came back in. Hopefully he'll get it right next time. He's got the talent. So, a lot of pressure on Nano Ginsburg to get it right. And he needs 1 or 2 players to kind of grab the bull by the horn, so to speak, and lead them out on the court. Maybe Shunayama, who knows. 10 of 23 inside the arc, 18 of 37 from deep. So they shot it very well from long range. 17 of 22 at the line. 31 of 40. They attempted 40 free throws today, Mikawa. 23 of 38. They ended up with 13 more makes inside the arc. 9 of 21 from deep. And Mikawa in the end ended up out rebounding Kawasaki 36 to 27. Biggest lead of the game, 22 points. They got 34 points from the bench. 13 second chance points. 46 points in the paint. Kawasaki Brave Thunders, 16 points in the paint. 57 points from the bench. But the numbers that mean the most, 104 to 91. Seahorses Mikawa win it. And with that, also Alvark Tokyo edging Utsunomiya Breck, so they don't make up any ground on them. They won by 2 points that game. So Johnson's 18 points in the first half, and Wright 18-15 for Allen, 22 for August, 17 Nishida, 15 for Lehman. Kawasaki next up against SR Shibuya, and Seahorses Mikawa will be at Yokohama B Corsairs. That'll be next Wednesday. Both those games starting at 19:05 local time. So one final time, it's Kawasaki Brave Thunders falling 104-91 here at home against Seahorses Mikawa. Thanks for watching, everybody.